Okay, that's where you gotta hit it at. Yeah. Look at that. Oh! And I landed it. There you go. See?
Yeah. We wandering off and shit, dog. Yeah. Finish my cup, then post.
What's up, YouTube? Back out here with the SKETER. I've added a motor fan, programmed the ESC, and upped the pinion to a 16 tooth. The ESC is on 50% brake, 5 punch level 5, and also a 16 tooth pinion. See how she does. Now I have to say, this isn't the easiest truck to work on. The motor mount design is tight. It's not a sliding motor mount, it's the old school style. So you have to have a long L-shaped Allen to get in there to take the motor screws off. Other than that, it's pretty easy. The mud guards on the side, they're pretty tight. So removing them might help with certain kind of maintenance work, but I can foresee doing dips and things with this. It's a lot more screws and a lot more bracing to take off, but that's the price you're going to pay to have this much bracing on it, you know. So, oh, she's quicker. Let's see if she'll wheelie up. I got to wheelie up on the stock gearing, but you know it's loose out here. Oh yeah, there's no problem getting it to wheelie now. Yeah, this pinion is good. Oh yeah, this is on a loose surface too, and it's wheeling up. If this was on something grippy, pavement, or a grippier surface, not so loose, it would probably ride wheelies for days. Just sit there and wheelie up. Yeah, sweet spot here, 16 tooth pinion, guys. I know when I'm jumping here, it doesn't look like I'm jumping very far. It's just the angle I'm at. If I was down there and jumping, it would look a lot bigger. You know what I'm saying? I just like to get this view. You know, you get the whole view, the car running up the ramp and then jumping. But I've noticed people standing behind the ramp or on the side of the ramp. You know, you get a better, I guess, feel for how far it's actually going. You know, because you gotta think about it. So, you know, I'm landing over here sometimes, about over here, or over here on the big jumps. I'll be landing up here, and if you see, it's actually a pretty good distance. You know, average jump, I usually land on the other side of this mound, which is over here. So it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 feet on the average jump. Someone told me, you know, jumping 5 feet, 6 feet. I'm jumping up to 25 feet on this ramp, on this dirt mound. It all depends where I hit at too. Over there I can't really hit anymore because the dogs dug it out, so I got to go out here with a shovel. I still haven't done that. Like right here. Seemed alright right there. The run up seemed okay. Let's try it. Not bad. It did bounce first though. There's like a lip. So it kind of bounces into the jump sometimes. Let's see if we can stand here. Well, that was already bad. See what happens? There's a bump over here somewhere. Yeah, right there. It runs up, it hits this first, and then it goes up. Gotta get a rake. Is the chassis bent? I'm just playing, guys. Whew. I had to hit the brakes on that one. I was going right for that pillar. That was a bad one. Bumper's still good too. Of course, Penny, shut up. Of course, it's pretty soft out here for the most part. Besides, you know, you land on these, you're getting some of these. You know, there's a lot of these pieces of granite everywhere. You see them? Granite. But over here, they've been pretty much removed, so it's landing pretty much on dirt, which is hard in some places, but gotta thank the gophers. A lot of places are soft. So it's been nose diving, you know, a lot. But hasn't broke anything yet as far as the bumper. Will it break? Probably. Look how far this is. This is not close. It's close to 30 feet. It's not jumping super high, but I'm getting some distance. The ramp on this side, you get more height. The run-up's just not there right now until I mess with it. Yo, there goes the bumper. Nope. Still good to go on the bumpy. Now that one was a good one. Look at that. That's mostly skid. You see that skid plate? I have to hit the brakes right then. It's gonna wham right into these things. I gotta find a jump. The brakes at 50 are still a little strong. Might go to 37. Can't get a run up on that side. That looks bad. We're getting loose. Something's loose in there. There's a lot of play right now in the steering. Look at that. It wasn't like that when I first bought it. I noticed it. Servo saver. This is servo saver's loose. And there's like a little provision right here for the servo saver. If you want to tighten it up, you can hold your wrench in there and tighten this up. So, yep, servo saver. Not a big deal. It's part of maintenance. So those little ones are like 15 feet. Sheesh. Oh man, I know this is what you guys wanted to see, the power it's got with the punch up on a 16 tooth. It's got loads of power now, guys. Let's see if this motor fan's doing its job. Oh yeah, the motor's cool. I mean, I haven't been driving for the motor's cool. I haven't been driving for a long time or anything, but it's doing its job. It's not even warm to the touch, really. It's like room temperature. Now that's a test of the roof. The roof is on fire. Nope. That's what that's there for on those type of landings. Bad landings. I'm in like the... Shut the fuck up! I'm not in the zone today whatsoever. I've been working on my RCs all night and all morning, getting everything ready. And I'm just not in driving mode right now. I'm in like I'm in mechanic mode still. That servo saver is loose. Hit a couple more jumps, then we'll rip it up out here and try to see if we can get some warmth into this system. See, that one I just let sail, and it was perfect. This SKETER weighs more than that Kaiju EXT. This 10 scale beefed up chassis right here. This 10 scale beefed up SKETER, 10 scale with 8 scale parts and all this beefy bracing is heavier by a substantial amount than the Kaiju EXT. And this is a lot smaller as far as like wheelbase and length and stuff like that. And for some reason it's intimidating. I don't know what it is. It might just be the weight. But this thing intimidates me. I don't know why. I've got to show her who's boss. So yeah, my camera died in the last run like always. And so we're going to finish off this battery pack. I don't know when it died. It probably died a few minutes before I realized it. So we're just going to finish off this pack and we'll go from there. I'm going to make my assessment on this rig after this pack's over. I will say it's super beefy, handles really good, turns good, handles good. It's not that easy to work on. I've had a couple issues. I did not have an L-shaped Allen to get into the motor mount. You have to have one unless you want to take off the side guard, the servo mount, and the receiver box. You got to take all that off, and then you can get to the motor. But actually, you can't take off the guards. That's what's weird. So if you want to take off these guards, you got to take the motor off. But you can't take the motor off with the guards unless you have an L. That's what it is. I'll show you real quick, guys. Hope my camera doesn't die. Anyway, so you see these? These are screwed from the top down. These are the ends of those screws here. They hold these guards in. Well, they're underneath the motor. So, and then you can't get a normal straight Allen in there because of these guards. So you can either take out the servo and the receiver box and then get in there that way, or you get the L shaped to get to it. It would be a lot better if there was a top, a sliding motor mount on these things. I'll show you in a minute when I'm done. Also, I couldn't get these wheels off, man. I don't know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna edit all that out, and we'll talk about that after run. So this thing's bananas now. Jeez. Speed on this is crazy. It's faster than the Kaiju. Of course, this is geared up. Similar motor. The Kaiju's got like 50 more kV. Similar size, 4068. The Kaiju's a lot bigger, but the Kaiju's a lot lighter. It's a lot lighter, but this is geared up, so. Nope. Still won't backflip yet. Of course. I don't know why. Gotta be the wheels. No ballooning. Plenty of power to backflip. Once this battery's starting to dump. Let's try again. Yow! It's also the ramp, it's also the jump though. It's not ready. I'm try to stand over here and jump in, see. That might have did the backflip if I stayed into it. It's all about hitting this in the right area too. Well, that's a good test. It hit something down there and flipped up the ramp. It flipped up the jump. It didn't even touch that jump. It bounced up. Whatever hit down there bounced it up all the way past the jump, and then somersaulted right here. That was funny. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit it right there. Okay, that's where you gotta hit it at. It'll backflip right there. Because I wasn't even on the throttle and it was wanting to flip over. Yeah, ooh, that was bad. There's something down there that keeps throwing me off course. These little bumps. All right, you little skeeter. You're gonna backflip. Hit the wrong area again. It's a fine line between backflipping and sailing on this, the way this mound is. Got to hit it right there. Now that was pretty dope, but it wasn't no backflip. Nope. It's got plenty of wheel speed to do it, plenty of power. It's got just the tires on balloon, I guess, maybe. Maybe you have to have a real steep jump. Front flip. Front flip. I saw another guy backflipping his, and he was on stock gearing, but he had his ramp was a poof, one of those, you know. He was backflipping all day. That's why I'm trying to hit this ramp at the right lip area, so it'll send me my nose up. Yo! Oh, another gopher mound. I gave up on the gophers. If you guys that know me real well know I was going through some things last year, and I didn't have the energy to do that, but I'm feeling better. It wasn't gonna do it. It's jumping though, boy. It's getting some freaking distance. I had to tighten up my pivot balls already a little bit. They were loose after the first 3-4 runs. Not extremely loose, but that's what you have to do. It's part of maintenance. Don't over tighten them though. Also bind up. You know what you could do? Watch Voss. Voss has got a really good video on it. He's using his Python as an example, but pretty much the same on all pivot balls just mentioned. Alright, so after 4 runs or so, I'm not positive, about 4 or 5 packs, 4 or 5 runs. Let's see. Not one breakage, not even this, and I've landed on that a lot. This lower skid though is the real bumper. This is kind of just for looks. It'll absorb some impact as well. I saw a guy, he made a mount. He remade a 3D printed one of these, and it mounts to these screws right here too, which is very simple. It just needs a brace that goes from there to there. And it wouldn't break so easily if you ask me, because if you look, it's just held on by that. It's just one thin, flexible, good stuff, but just if it had some braces going to here, similar to this, you know, if you look at this over here real quick, you know, you see this has got braces to the diff case. You see that? That's what that one needs. And it wouldn't break anymore. Oh yeah, that's what I did to fix it. Anyway, this one would be next. So everything's good on this. Leaky shock has been fixed. The cap was just a little bit loose. All I did was tighten the cap and it hasn't leaked again. No breakages. I've been sending this thing, I don't know, 20 and 30 feet long jumps. Not too high, maybe 5-6 feet high, but distance. And I've hit the house, a lot of it off camera, because once again, this thing just dies whenever it wants to. It doesn't even give me a warning. It doesn't even beep. It just shuts off. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I ordered a new GoPro. It's a Hero 8, so it's going to have higher resolution, and videos are going to be better, so stay tuned for that. But I ran this thing. These packs last for quite some time, these HRB packs, and they're good for 15-20 minute runs. So I've ran this thing for a few hours now total, I guess, and no brakes, guys. I landed on the roof. The body didn't even have any cracks or anything like that, and You know, I've somersaulted it. Lots of lawn darts, you know. Of course, it's 55, 60 degrees over here and sunny. So a lot of guys who have this right now are running in the snow. Now, we haven't had any snow since the day after Christmas. It snowed for about 3-4 days. And we've got a couple 2-3 feet, but it hasn't snowed since. So all the snow's gone unless it's like plowed to the side, sitting in some shade in a parking lot or something like that right now. But yeah, temperatures are perfect. With the 16-tooth pinion with this fan, the motor does not get hot at all. So put yourself a fan on there and gear on up, guys, and then, you know, turn this up, turn the voltage up. It loves it so fast. These servos are so fast on 7.4 volts. And also do your settings. I turn the brakes down to 50, turn the punch up to 5, and this thing will wheelie, you know. Only thing that I couldn't get to do was a backflip. I got pretty close, but I think I can do it. It's just that, I don't know, this thing intimidates me for some reason. And also, these tires do not balloon very much, which is a real good thing. But for doing backflips, you want a little bit of extra ballooning. Things I don't like. These come off super easy, but the wheel don't come off the hub of the axle at all. You're going to have to bang that thing off or something. But I tried to put some buggy wheels and tires on here, 8-scale buggy wheels and tires on here. And I pulled the nuts off, and then the wheels wouldn't come off. None of them. I didn't want to sit there and bang on it, so I'll figure something out. Also, working on this, there's no sliding motor mount, of course, because, you know, you couldn't slide it out because of these guards. But to get in here, you need an L-shaped Allen. Not a big deal. I just didn't have one that fit. So, or you could use your straight one, but you got to take all this out, you know, and you might be able to get in there this way with your straight Allen. But the angled hex worked fine. No biggie. These are good, but they make it hard to work on things. Like you can't get your hands in here as much. You can't slide your motor out right here because of these. And then these don't come out unless the motor is out. So that's kind of a weird thing. As you can see, the hexes go down, and so in order to get these off, the motor got to be out. So I don't know. Ease of maintenance on this is not going to be that easy because of all the extra bracing. Of course, you know, you got all these braces here. You got all this extra bracing. You got to take off all this stuff to get to things. You've got diff case guards. It's just super beefy. So the price you pay for having super beefy right out of the box, ready to run, is the maintenance on these is going to take a little bit more time. So be prepared for that. Other than that, this thing is a total tank. It's heavy. This is heavier than the Skyju by quite a bit. Yes, this thing is way longer, way bigger, but that is heavier. So I recommend this to anybody. Imagine this with some 70, 75 stuff, you know. Probably is going to happen. They're going to have a SKETER XTR, you know, Python XTR. I think they're going to make an XTR version of all their cars. And so imagine this in XTR form. It is a tank already, but in XTR form, it's going to be ridiculous, guys. So stay tuned. This rig's not going anywhere. I'm going to be, this is a keeper for sure. I keep all my rigs. I haven't sold a rig since 2019. I think late 2019, last time I sold any rigs. So, but I did sell like 10 rigs in 2019. But I'm going to have to thin the herd a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some raffles, guys. And you can win some really, really nice $300, $400, $500 RCs for a $20 raffle ticket. So stay tuned for that as well. And stay tuned for the running video with this on these beastie wheels and tires. Love these things. I love this. Troy from Roadside RC gave me some pointers, and I used his pointers, and guess what? It did not break. So anyway, guys, this is a must-have. If you love 10 scales, you have to have this. This is the ultimate 10 scale. Now the V2 Max is pretty much an 8 scale. It's bigger than this, longer than this, so I don't understand how they could call that a 10 scale. The V1 Max is a big 10 scale, This is also a Big 10 scale. So this is competition with the V1 Max, not the V2, to be honest with you. So this probably handles a little bit better out of the box and a little bit more beefy, but you know, the Max are just bashers, and they do what they're meant to do pretty well. You might need some tuning and some upgrades here and there, but they're tanks. The chassis are tanks. But I love this rig, guys. Team Corrali is top notch. Don't listen to all the haters online. Half of these guys online don't even have one. They saw a couple of videos where one broke and they go trolling, talking about how they're knockoff Arma, Chinese junk, and all this kind of stuff like that. I have no idea what they're talking about. So if you want a Team Corrali, go ahead and pull the trigger. I wouldn't steer you wrong at all, guys, especially with these new models they got coming out here. Top notch. Anyway, guys, stay tuned.